I personally believe that if Elvis were alive today and he was trying to lose weight, this is how he would do it. Okay, I'm gonna teach you how to make two things. I'm gonna teach you how to make a delicious peanut butter banana protein shake, and then we're gonna take all the same ingredients except for ice, and we're gonna make ice cream. And if you have a Ninja Creamy, this is for you. And if you're thinking about getting a Ninja Creamy, this is for you. This is so simple. It will make you think you're committing a big old sugary sin, and it's friggin' delicious. So here we're gonna start. What I've done is I have taken all of my creamy pint cups and I've put a banana down in there. Now, if you don't have a creamy machine, never fear. You can use all of these same ingredients and put them in a blender and make a delicious protein shake. So stick with me either way. But if you have room in your budget for a creamy, I highly recommend because it makes ice cream. Okay, so we're gonna put a banana in every pint cup. We are going to put a tablespoon of whatever preferred instant jello pudding you like. Because I'm a sugar-free girly, I use sugar-free cheesecake. But today I'm gonna also try sugar-free banana cream because I've never done that before in my shake. And we're gonna do 1 tablespoon of whatever preferred instant pudding mix you like. I've got a second box open right here. I have plenty of supply on hand for my craving. So 1 tablespoon of your preferred instant pudding. I personally like it a little bit sweeter tasting, so I'm gonna put a sweetener packet. You may decide you don't need that. And then we are going to take 1 preferred shake of choice. I like Premier Protein Vanilla. They make a banana flavor. Maybe you wanna do caramel. They have cake batter. They have all kind of delicious, strawberry, all kinds of delicious shakes. 1 whole shake will fit in there with your banana and the creamy pint cup. This is 30 grams of protein, okay? Now, I'm also going to take my powdered peanut butter, and I have 2 choices. I have regular and I have chocolate. So I'm gonna go with the regular powdered peanut butter today, and I'm going to do 3 tablespoons. On the back, 1 serving is 2 tablespoons, and 1 serving, it says, gives you, I believe, 6 grams of protein. Is that right? Yes. But I am going to do 3 tablespoons of peanut butter because I just prefer that taste. And then I'm going to take my immersion blender and blend all of this up. Be sure and check the sides of your creamy pint cup, and if any peanut butter is kind of glopped on the side, use your immersion blender to scrape it off while you go. That's it. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the lid on this, and we're gonna put it in the freezer because it needs to freeze for about 12 hours. So what I'm doing is I'm making up a lot of pint cups at the same time. I keep several made up in the freezer, but because I eat them almost every single night, pretty much a whole pint every night, then I end up with several of them in the dishwasher, which is a great thing about the creamy is that the cups can go in the dishwasher. So I'm gonna make up a total of 4 pints, and I'm gonna put them in the freezer, and then I'm gonna process it, one that's already in there, in just a little bit and show you what it looks like. So, be right back. Now, I know somebody out there is just running to the comments, dying to tell me, you know that PB2 has added sugar. Well, the label says it has 1 gram of added sugar for 2 tablespoons. I'm not worried about 1 gram of sugar, actually 1.5, since I'm using 1.5 servings. Yes, I'm aware, and you don't need to put it in the comments. Because I make different flavors and they look very similar after they're frozen, I like to put a piece of painter's tape on top with the details about what is inside. So this has banana with PB2 and cheesecake. Now remember, if you're not making creamy ice cream, if you don't have the Ninja Creamy machine, just put all of these ingredients in your blender and add a little bit of ice, and you've got probably the best protein shake you've ever had in your life. So I have taken my creamy ice cream pint out of the freezer, and this has been in there a minimum of 12 hours. This is one I made previously. I'm going to take the lid off and we're going to look at it, and what we see is we've got a little humped up part right here. So I'm going to take grandmother's handy dandy ice pick, and I'm just going to put it in and twist it around and level off the top just a smidge. Don't have to do a lot of work here, just a little bit. It's going to look like that. Now we're going to put the bladed lid on, and we're going to go pop it in the creamy machine. This machine has suction cups on the bottom, so it's very sturdy, all right? Because this has protein shake in it, we're going to turn the machine on and select light ice cream and let it process. Okay, we're going to take it out of the machine. We're going to take the lid off, and you're going to see that it's not creamy. And you say, well, Paula, I thought you said this was a creamy. Okay, watch. I'm gonna take a wooden spoon, I'm gonna drive it all the way in, making a little tunnel down in the creamy. I like to add heavy whipping cream, but if you are not up for the added calories that heavy whipping cream adds, because it does add 50 calories a tablespoon. If you're not wanting the extra calories, you can by all means just add in your protein shake, a little more of the plain protein shake, or almond milk, whatever kind of liquid you prefer. So I'm gonna pour in just a little bit of heavy cream. I'm gonna put the lid back on, and then we're gonna put it back in the machine and press this button right here, respin. Now here's a good button that you need to know right here. This is mix in. Let's say you were making vanilla ice cream with vanilla protein shake and you wanted to put in some peanuts. Okay, all you gotta do is when you make this little hole, you fill it with peanuts. Okay, you fill it with peanuts, a little liquid, and then when you put it back in, you can press mix in and it will distribute any kind of, you know, fruit or nut or chocolate chips or whatever it is you want to mix in. All right, I'm going to secure the lid, screw it in, and we're going to press respin. Get ready. That is what you want. Look at that. Can you believe that? It was a solid block of ice when we took the lid off, and now this is what it looks like. Just wait until we scoop it up. Now I'm being very fancy here because really when I'm eating this, I just take this and I wrap a dish towel around it like this, and I get a spoon and I go sit on the couch and I eat the whole entire pint. I don't do this fancy scoop up at home, but I'm doing it for you. Look at that creamy ice cream. Delicious. So good. I hope you try it. It's really great. It will help you get your protein in, and it's delicious. It'll make you feel like you're having a little treat, because you are. And I just have to. It's so good. It's delicious. Welcome to your new addiction. This whole pint has 39 grams of protein. 39 grams of protein. Amazing. If for some reason you don't finish the whole pint, you don't want to put it back in the freezer like this. You don't want to damage the blade by having an uneven surface. So just clean your spoon. You want to smooth out the surface, you know, in general. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you want to smooth out the surface like that. Put your lid back on it. And now the good thing is these are stackable. So these can stack in your freezer. Just make sure you put them on a level surface. Cut out or cut down the sugar, y'all. It'll make you feel better. Really, it will. Thank you. Thank you very much.